Francesco Hayez, 1791 to 1882, was an eminent Italian painter recognized as a leading figure in the Romantic movement. Born in Venice, Hayez's artistic talents were evident from a young age, leading him to study at the Academy of Fine Arts in Venice. He later moved to Rome, where he honed his skills under the guidance of prominent artists like Antonio Canova. Hayez's works are renowned for their emotional intensity, historical themes, and detailed depictions. He had a particular affinity for scenes from medieval and Renaissance history, as well as subjects from classical literature and mythology. His paintings often reflect the political and social currents of his time, subtly commenting on the Italian unification movement, Risorgimento. One of Hayez's most famous works is The Kiss, 1859, which has become an iconic representation of Romantic art. The painting, depicting a passionate embrace between two lovers, is celebrated for its emotional depth and masterful use of color and light. Throughout his career, Hayez was highly sought after for his portrait work, capturing the likenesses of many prominent figures of his era with remarkable skill. His ability to convey the personality and status of his subjects through portraiture contributed to his lasting legacy in the art world. Hayez spent much of his career in Milan, where he became a professor at the Brera Academy, influencing a new generation of artists. His contributions to art were widely recognized during his lifetime, earning him numerous accolades and commissions. Hayez's legacy endures through his extensive body of work, which continues to be celebrated for its beauty, technical proficiency, and emotional resonance. His paintings are housed in major museums and collections, admired by art enthusiasts and scholars alike. Would you like to include specific details or tags related to Francesco Hayez as well? Francesco Hayez's The Kiss, Il Bacio, is one of the most iconic paintings of the Romantic era. Completed in 1859, this painting is celebrated for its emotional intensity and masterful use of color and light. Subject: the painting depicts a passionate kiss between two lovers dressed in medieval-style clothing. The man, wearing a blue cloak and a feathered hat, embraces the woman, who is dressed in a flowing blue gown. Setting: the scene is set against a dimly lit stone wall, which emphasizes the intimacy of the moment. The lighting creates a dramatic contrast, highlighting the figures while casting soft shadows. Emotional depth: the kiss is tender yet fervent, capturing a moment of intense emotion and a romance. The man's posture, as he gently yet firmly holds the woman, and the woman's relaxed but responsive stance, convey a deep connection and affection between the two. Symbolism: the kiss is often interpreted as a symbol of Italian nationalism and unity during the Risorgimento, the movement for Italian unification. The passionate embrace can be seen as a metaphor for the unity and passion driving the quest for a united Italy. Overall, Hayez's The Kiss is a masterful work that continues to captivate viewers with its beauty, emotion, and a historical significance. Francesco Hayez's painting Accusa Segreta, Secret Accusation, shows a woman in a very emotional moment. She is wearing a dark green dress with white sleeves and has a black veil over her head. In her hand, she holds a letter or document, and she looks very distressed and sad. The woman is leaning slightly forward, looking down. Her expression shows that she is deeply troubled by what she has read. The scene is set in a beautiful, richly decorated space with fancy arches and columns. Through the arches, you can see a view of Venice with its famous buildings and waterways, which adds to the grandeur of the scene. The way the woman holds the letter and her sad expression convey a sense of shock, fear, and maybe guilt. It's clear that the letter contains some very troubling or accusatory information. The title Accusa Segreta suggests themes of betrayal and hidden truths. The document she holds probably contains evidence of something bad or a significant revelation that has serious consequences. Hayez uses light and shadow to draw attention to the woman's face and the letter, making the scene even more dramatic. The detailed depiction of her clothing and the luxurious setting help tell a powerful story, making Accusation a very memorable and thought-provoking painting. The painting Reclining Odalisque by Francesco Hayez portrays a woman in a relaxed reclining pose. She is lying on a divan, partially draped in white fabric that covers her lower body and partially exposes her upper body. The woman is resting on her side, with one arm gently touching her chest, adding to the sense of ease and sensuality. The background features rich, dark green drapery that frames the scene and adds a sense of depth and luxury. Through an opening in the drapery, a serene view of the sea is visible, enhancing the tranquil and exotic atmosphere of the setting. The combination of the luxurious indoor setting with the peaceful outdoor view creates a harmonious and calming effect. Hayez uses light and shadow skillfully to highlight the contours of the woman's body and the folds of the fabric. The painting exudes a sense of calm and elegance, inviting the viewer to appreciate the beauty and serenity of the moment. Overall, Reclining Odalisque is a testament to Hayez's ability to capture both physical beauty and emotional depth, making it a captivating and enduring piece of art. Francesco Hayez's painting, Rebecca at the Well, 1831, is a beautiful and serene depiction of a biblical scene. In the painting, Rebecca is shown sitting by a well, holding a large red water jug. She is partially draped in a white cloth, which covers her lower body and her head, but leaves her upper body exposed. Her expression is calm and contemplative, with a hint of melancholy, as she looks slightly downward. The background features a vast landscape with rolling hills and distant mountains, adding a sense of depth and tranquility to the scene. The sky is clear with soft clouds, suggesting a peaceful and quiet moment. Hayez uses light and shadow to highlight Rebecca's figure and the texture of the cloth, creating a sense of realism and three-dimensionality. The rich colors and detailed rendering of the setting and Rebecca herself make the painting visually striking. Overall, Rebecca at the Well captures a moment of quiet reflection and beauty, showcasing Hayez's skill in portraying both emotional depth and physical detail. Francesco Hayez's painting, Head of a Boy, captures a young boy's portrait with remarkable detail and sensitivity. In this portrait, the boy has dark curly hair and expressive eyes that seem to gaze directly at the viewer. His expression is calm and thoughtful, giving a sense of innocence and introspection. The boy is dressed in a brown jacket and a white shirt, which are painted with fine attention to texture and detail. The background is simple and muted, which helps to keep the focus on the boy's face. This minimalistic backdrop enhances the emotional impact of the portrait, allowing the viewer to connect with the boy's expression and the subtleties of his gaze. Hayez's use of light and shadow is skillful, adding depth to the boy's features and creating a lifelike representation. The painting showcases Hayez's talent in capturing the essence of his subjects, making Head of a Boy a compelling and touching work of art. Francesco Hayez's painting Vengeance is Sworn, Giuramento di Pontida, is a powerful and evocative work that captures a dramatic and intense moment. The painting depicts two women standing on a terrace overlooking a canal. The woman in the foreground is dressed in a dark green gown with white sleeves, and she is holding a veil over her head. Her expression is serious and contemplative, suggesting that she is deeply affected by the conversation taking place. Beside her, a second woman is dressed in a floral skirt and a dark cloak, with her face partially obscured by a mask. She is leaning in close, whispering something into the first woman's ear while holding a letter or document in her hand. The background features a serene view of a Venetian canal with buildings and a bridge bathed in soft light. The contrast between the calm setting and the intense interaction between the two women adds to the painting's emotional impact. The use of light and shadow is masterful, highlighting the expressions and details of the women's clothing and faces. The composition draws the viewer's eye to the central figures, emphasizing the gravity of their interaction. Overall, Vengeance is Sworn is a compelling and thought-provoking painting that showcases Hayez's ability to capture complex emotions and narratives. The scene's tension and the intricate details make it a memorable and powerful work of art. Francesco Hayez's painting, Vengeance is Sworn, is rich with hidden messages and symbolic elements, reflecting themes of intrigue, secrecy, and emotional intensity. Emotional conflict and intensity. The expressions and body language of the two women suggest a moment of intense emotional conflict. The woman in the green dress appears contemplative and somewhat distressed, while the masked woman seems secretive and determined. This interaction hints at a serious and potentially dangerous plot or revelation. Secrecy and betrayal. The masked woman symbolizes secrecy and hidden motives. Masks in art often represent deception or hidden identities, suggesting that something clandestine is occurring. The fact that she is whispering and holding a document adds to the sense of a secret being shared or a plot being hatched. Letter or document, the letter held by the masked woman likely contains significant information. In historical and literary contexts, letters often symbolize important messages, secrets, or revelations that can change the course of events. This document may represent evidence of betrayal, a secret plan, or a vow of vengeance. Backdrop of Venice, the Venetian setting, with its serene canals and elegant architecture, contrasts with the intense and secretive interaction in the foreground. Venice has historically been associated with intrigue, espionage, and political maneuvering, further underscoring the themes of secrecy and plotting. Vengeance. The title, Vengeance is Sworn, directly suggests that a vow of revenge has been made. This adds a layer of drama and foreboding to the scene, indicating that the consequences of this interaction will be significant and potentially destructive. Feminine strength and agency. By depicting women as the central figures in this moment of intrigue, Hayez may be commenting on the often overlooked but crucial roles women played in historical and political machinations. This could be seen as a subtle nod to the strength and agency of women, even in times when they were not publicly recognized for such roles. Overall, Hayez's Vengeance is Sworn is a complex painting that uses visual elements and symbolism to convey themes of secrecy, betrayal, emotional conflict, and the gravity of a sworn vow of vengeance. The hidden messages within the painting invite viewers to delve deeper into the narrative and consider the broader implications of the scene. Francesco Hayez's painting, Destruction of the Temple of Jerusalem, is a dramatic and intense depiction of the historic event. The painting captures the chaos and turmoil of the moment with vivid detail and powerful imagery. In the scene, we see the Temple of Jerusalem engulfed in flames and smoke, with people frantically trying to escape or fight back. The central focus is on the large, white structure of the temple, where individuals are climbing over the walls and helping others to escape. The surrounding area is filled with soldiers and civilians in various states of distress and desperation. The painting portrays a sense of urgency and panic as people struggle to flee the destruction. Some are seen falling from the walls, while others lie injured or dead on the ground. Soldiers with weapons and armor add to the sense of conflict and violence, highlighting the brutality of the event. The background features a large, imposing building with columns, which adds to the grandeur and scale of the scene. The use of light and shadow enhances the dramatic effect, with the smoke and flames creating a stark contrast against the pale sky. Hayez's attention to detail is evident in the varied expressions and poses of the figures, each contributing to the overall sense of chaos and tragedy. The painting effectively conveys the horror and devastation of the temple's destruction, making it a powerful and evocative work of art.